Okay, so I seen this video on TikTok. This person made a video basically saying that if you disagree with him, uh, you need media literacy, or you have no media literacy, right? But the whole post was about going against ICE, right? They said Captain America would go against ICE, Spider Man would go against ICE, Punisher would go against ICE, Black Panther would go against ICE, Wonder Woman, the X Men. There was someone else, but I can't remember. But either way, the whole reason why I'm making this post is because it shows that the person that made the post, which I'll put a picture of it up too, it shows that they have no media literacy at all. But they're claiming that other people don't have media literacy. Okay, well, let me explain why they wouldn't hate ICE. Okay, Captain America, first of all, he was born in possibly one of the most racist times in America, right? Because he was born around World War II, right? So there wasn't as many rights for black people back then. They didn't really like black people back then. Being racist to black people back then was very, 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 very common, right? And so I would assume he would probably be raised similar, right? And either way, and I'm pretty sure there is a comic where he is a bit confused because, I mean, black people have more rights, right? I think I remember reading a comic about it like that, but it could have been a fan made comic. But either way, I digress. Not only that, right? But I doubt that he would have a problem with getting rid of the illegal immigrants, right? Because that's what ICE is doing, is getting rid of the illegal immigrants. And if you notice, when the ICE started getting rid of the illegal immigrants, their crime rate started to go down. The shootings went down. The raping went down. The breaking into homes and robbery and stuff like that went down. Like, a lot of crime rates went down, basically. And that's whenever I started taking out illegal immigrants. They never did. It obviously wouldn't go down. But not only that, then we can move on to Punisher. Punisher, I doubt that he's gonna be okay with any of those illegal immigrants because, well, first of all, the whole point of it being called illegal immigrants is meaning that they broke a law to get into the country, right? That's what makes them illegal. Don't think he's gonna be very, very happy about that, right? And not only that, but they're also breaking into the country, bringing in drugs and raping women. There was like four stories earlier this year about illegal immigrants doing that. Uh, I think they were like Haiti and then one Somali and then I can't remember what the others are. But either way, uh, I doubt that he's gonna like and be happy with that, you know. And then Spider Man, we could jump into Spider Man. Spider Man, he probably won't agree with the method that they're doing it with, but I doubt that he's gonna fight ICE. He might not like ICE, and he might not like the way that they're doing it, but I doubt he's gonna fight it because the way that he'll most likely see it is ICE is just another like cop, another patroller. But I have never read any story of Spider Man going after cops that he thinks did wrong, like not actually doing wrong. He thinks they did wrong because what ICE is doing isn't wrong. They're getting out illegal immigrants. They haven't deported any actual American citizens. They haven't detained any of the citizens, and the only ones that they quote unquote did detain were the Americans that were fighting the ICE officers trying to detain the illegal immigrant. So basically, the ICE agents were trying to detain the illegal immigrants and the American. Because there is a case, and I posted it on my TikTok too, about the dude basically trying to reward it or lie to manipulate the media uh, about basically his dad being an illegal immigrant, and ICE came to detain him and take him away. But instead, the son decided, which the son is an American citizen because he was born in America, which I think at a certain point you should take that away. If they're not for America, they shouldn't be in America. But either way, he attacked the ICE officers to defend his father, right? And he says it in the video too. I have it on my TikTok, so you can go to that and then scroll down a little bit. You'll probably find it. Either way, he attacks the officers, and so he gets arrested too. But the way that the news media try to spin it, try to make it seem like they were going after him, they weren't going after him. They're going after his father, who is an illegal immigrant that got deported back. Okay, not only that, but Wonder Woman, she hates all men, because she thinks all men are bad because of how she was raised. Because the Amazonians brainwashed her into believing that all men, every single man, is just evil in nature. They're just evil and bad, and they shouldn't be part of anything. Right? Um, And Amazonians, they figured out how to make clay people, so they don't need men to make biological people. They just make clay people. Uh, but either way, I digress on that. I'm pretty sure when Wonder Woman finds out that the illegal immigrants are trafficking children and as raping women and essaying women, I doubt that she's gonna be very happy with them. She's probably just gonna try to end all men in general and just blame it on all men, like if women haven't had any problems either. And women do great too, and women do SA. They just get away with it because most men don't speak about it because they are seen as weak, and the men that do speak out about it, they make fun of. So it's kind of tragic, you know. But then who else? Black Panther. Black Panther, easiest one to debunk. Black Panther lives in Wakanda. Black Panther doesn't want anybody from outside of his nations to come to Wakanda. That's why it's hidden in general, because he knows every other nation is bad. So why would he want illegal immigrants in his nation? We're not talking about America here. We're talking about Wakanda, because that's where he's from. He's not in America. He doesn't live in America. And if you say he lives in America, you have no media literacy. He lives in Wakanda. He is the controller of Wakanda. He is what their president would be in Wakanda. He is their king. He stays in Wakanda. So you can't even speak about ICE because ICE isn't in Wakanda. That's just their normal patrol. I forgot what they're called. I forgot what the Wakandans little security guards are. I forgot what they're called. Very elite. So first of all, there wouldn't be illegal immigrants in there because they would be caught like that and sent back to wherever they were. So he already has a border on his country, and he already doesn't allow anybody in his country, even if you are from the same race that that he is. If y'all both are black, right, he still might not want you in there because you're not his type of you're not part of his culture. You're not part of his type of like the way that their civilization was brought up. Like if you were a ghetto from like if you lived in the ghetto in like Chicago, you're probably not gonna be allowed really in their country. Not to where you can free roam or anything like that. Definitely not. They might show it off to you, but they're not gonna let visitors come in, right? And they're definitely not gonna let illegal immigrants come in. If you ever seen any comic about people sneaking into Wakanda, they get caught pretty quickly. And Black Panther always pops up like, "Hey, what you doing in my country?" And if he doesn't like what they say, he sends them right back to wherever they come from. So Black Panther, easiest one to debunk. He would never allow illegal immigrants into his country. So I doubt he'd have a problem with the ICE. He probably just have a problem with the ICE because he's there like, white people, you know. But I think that just would be a normal thought in his head. Yeah, I don't think he'd have specifically a problem with them. Because he'd just be like, well, I have a border in my country. I don't allow illegal immigrants in my country. If you sneak into my country, we're going to catch you and we're going to put you in prison, or we're going to send you back to wherever you came from, or we might just execute you there on the spot. Because he has done that. But either way, who else was it? The X-Men, right? And the X-Men, they might be the only ones that I can say that would be accepting, right? And the only reason why I would say that they would be accepting is because they're mutants. They're not normal. And so I can see that they can vouch for illegal immigrants. Well, immigrants in general. I think they can vouch for immigrants. I think they won't vouch for illegal immigrants because I think they would understand breaking into their country is kind of messed up. But, I mean, the X-Men, they go to other countries anyways and they cause havoc in other countries. But that's a bit different, I guess, because they're heroes. I don't know. But as soon as they got Krakoa or whatever, they immediately just cut themselves off from the rest of humanity. So they don't allow anybody to go to that island unless you are a mutant. So the only way that they would allow you to go there is if you are a mutant. Which if they're allowing you to go there, then that means that you're not a legal immigrant in the first place. So then it doesn't even matter, right? Then ICE wouldn't be involved because you're not illegal. Stupid. But either way, then they showed Luke but either way, I doubt that they'll care if you're a mutant. You might be allowed to go there, but they're not gonna want you to be there if you're not a mutant. And as for what is it called, Luke, I don't know. Luke gave up on his last few movies, so I mean he gave up on making what is it called, a teacher-student role with the Jedi, so I doubt that he'll just give up on his principles again. I mean, they kind of sucked at writing his character at the end. Mhm.